U.S., Japan, Australia, and Philippines involved in clashes with PLA warships sent to sea in Pag-asa. The number of suspected Chinese maritime militia vessels in the West Philippine Sea has decreased, but a warship of the People's Liberation Army remains in the area, the Philippine Coast Guard said on Friday. The PCG noted a decrease in the number of suspected seamen vessels observed over Pag-asa from 42 last week to 15 yesterday. PCG spokesperson for West Philippine Sea Affairs Commodore J. Tariela said in a statement. The PLA Navy's Jiandao-class warship and CCG vessel 5203 continued to loiter within Pag-asa's 12 nautical mile territorial sea, Tariela added. In 2016, the United Nations-backed Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague invalidated China's claim to almost the entire South China Sea. The Philippines, under the administration of then-President Benigno Aquino III in 2013, challenged before the Hague Court China's claim that it owned more than 80% of the South China Sea, which included waters in the Exclusive Economic Zone, EEZ, of Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Vietnam. The tribunal ruled that China's claim had no basis in international law and that it had violated the Philippines' sovereign right to fish and explore resources in the West Philippine Sea, the waters within the country's 370-kilometer EEZ in the South China Sea. The Philippines is in talks to possibly include Australia and Japan in planned joint South China Sea patrols with the U.S., a senior diplomat said on Monday, in another sign of concern over Beijing's activities in the strategic waters. Meetings have already been set, and probably we may have the Japanese and the Australians join in, Philippine ambassador to the U.S. Jose Manuel Romualdez said. They would like to join in for joint patrols to make sure that there's the code of conduct and there's freedom of navigation, he said, adding that it was still an idea under discussion. If the plan materializes, it would be the first time the Philippines has joined multilateral maritime patrols in the South China Sea, a move that would likely anger Beijing, which claims most of the sea as its territory. The patrol talks and renewed engagement with the U.S. underscore how much Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has realigned his nation with its historic ally, moving away from former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte's hostile approach to Washington, while still pursuing close economic engagement with regional powerhouse China. Australia and the U.S. have separately been discussing joint patrols with the Philippines, amid concerns about China's assertiveness in the South China Sea, through which about $3.4 trillion of commerce passes each year. The U.S., Japan, and Australia have been conducting trilateral naval exercises, and joint patrols with those nations would be good for the Philippines and for the entire area, Romualdez said. We want to have freedom of navigation, he said. The patrols could be initially country to country and expanded eventually because these are our allies, like-minded countries, he added.